Welcome back, guys. Good to see you. We're in my kitchen today and we are going on a culinary expedition. Today we will be making venison shank osso bucco. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's a little time consuming, so it's been holding me back. I'm always rushing around, so I finally got a few hours today to do this. If you want an excellent video on this, check out Kevin Gillespie, and he has a very good instructional video of how to do this proper. I'm doing this for the first time, so I'm pretty excited about it. I'll follow through all the steps and we'll go from there. So let's get started. Alright, so obviously the first step is to cut your shank up. I just used, while these were frozen, I got a hacksaw and cut them in about 2.5 inch widths, put a little butcher twine on them, and so that's kind of the first prep step, I guess. And the second step is going to be to season these. So what I'm going to do is to just really lay the salt on there, salt, some fresh ground pepper. I'll get those all seasoned up, and then those are going to go into the pan to brown. Red Man, real salt. I want to make sure you get a lot of seasoning on here before you start cooking, so all the flavors can really get in there. Alright, so next step is to brown these shanks. What you want to do is heat up your olive oil first, so it's nice and hot. We have about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in here, and we're just going to get those so they're nice and brown on each side. Continuous flipping of these, rolling them around until they're nice and brown. Alright, so now these are nice and golden brown all the way around. I'm just going to remove them from here. Set them aside in this large pot. I probably should have a bit of a larger pot, but this is all I have in my lowly basement kitchen. I'm going to put these all in here, and then we'll go on to the next step. So I'm just cutting up the onions, and oh my goodness, my eyes. Wait, I got an idea. Hold on a second. Alright, on to the next step. Alright, so we got our carrots, our celery, our onion, and we're going to throw some garlic in there as well. I'm going to put that all in the same pan that you cooked, that you browned the shanks in. So there's going to be all that nice flavor from the shanks there. And we're only going to cook that about 4 minutes, doesn't need too long. Get that heat going again. And we'll just scrape the bottom of this with a wooden spoon. And that way we can get all that those little chunks and that flavor in there. Give a light caramelization to this, and then we're on to the next step. Alright, so now that the vegetables are brown, we're going to add our tomato paste. We use about 2 tablespoons for this. And we just want to stir that in and let that cook for a few minutes once it's all good and mixed in there. Alright, so now what we're going to do, now that the tomatoes cooked a bit, we're going to add 1 cup of red dry wine. And what that's going to do is just deglaze the pan, and we're going to let that simmer for about 2 minutes. Alright, so I've transferred this into the pot that we're going to be braising in. We're going to add our 2 quarts of vegetable stock. So you can use bone broth too, if you like. I don't happen to have any on hand right now, but immediately after this I might try and actually make some with the bones we got from our deer this year. So stay tuned for that, and that'll be a whole nother episode though. So So now that we have the broth in, we're going to add a little salt in there for some extra flavor. Stir that all in, and time to put all the shanks in here. That's a lot of shanks. Shanks a lot. Let's hope my pot is big enough to handle all this. Might be a little tight. Perfect fit. Alright, so now we're going to add our fresh herbs. We have some sage, some thyme, and some parsley. So we're going to put that all in there. And that should be about it. Just going to stir those herbs in. And that should be about it. There's not enough thyme. That's better. Plenty of thyme. And thyme is what we're going to need, because the next step of this is to put the heat on low and let this braise for 3 to 4 hours. So we're going to put the lid on this and we're going to let it simmer on about a medium heat. I'm just going to keep an eye on this for a bit. You don't want it boiling aggressively, but you just want it simmering a little bit. So we'll set our timer for 3 hours and see what we got. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so while this is finishing up braising here, what I've started to do is cook up the polenta. I never cooked polenta before, so hopefully this turns out good. Just got it from the store in the tube. You can make your own stuff, but yeah, that's what I got. And so I just add a little bit of cream in there, smooth it up a bit, and that's about it. Alright guys, we are ready to go. It's been about 3.5 hours and this meat is looking really tender, so we're just going to, we've already put our polenta here and we're just going to grab a nice piece there and serve that right on top. And what we're going to do, we're just going to get some of the juices out of here. Really nice sauce on here. Just going to drizzle a little bit at the top. Grab a little bit of parsley to finish it off. And that is our finished product. I cannot wait to taste this. And that is dinner. So there you have it, folks. Lowly shank of venison turned into a gourmet delight. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and let us know if you want to see more cooking stuff. Always like to try new things and keep it fresh, so stay tuned and we'll see you guys in the next one.